sometimes your muscles feel the burn long after you finish training.
Well, you know what they say, no pain, no gain, eh?
Hi, I'm Veronica with WatchMojo.com, and today we're taking a look at different ways to soothe sore muscles and understanding why a little bit of discomfort isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Now, why is it that our muscles are sore after a workout?
Basically, it's a response to an unusual stress to the muscle, unusual exertion. Either change of volume of training or a new program, and that will usually give you more soreness the next couple of days. Basically, our muscles need to rebuild themselves, and when they do that, it takes up to 2 days after. So it could be 1 to 2 days after that you will feel soreness after your workout.
Is it a good or bad sign if we're in so much pain?
That delayed onset muscle soreness that happens is a good sign. So you have to keep feeling that for a good period of time. But again, the body adapts. So when it adapts to whatever imposed demand you give to it, you're going to have to challenge it again to keep showing that progression, hopefully get what you want, which is your definition.
So does that mean that we should be crawling out of each workout?
You should feel a good soreness, a good feeling that your muscles have worked, basically. If you come to the gym and you do 3-4 workouts a week and you feel like you can still keep going, you should have to be able to take rest. Because remember, even to get the results that everybody wants, which has the chiseled body or the great butt, whatever. Remember, it's 3 components: it's diet, rest, and exercise. Some people like to recover by doing stretches and stuff, or active recovery, the person behind me is running on a treadmill right now. After a workout, they'll go on a treadmill and just kind of loosen up the lactic acid, but that's not that soreness that happens 2 days later. They're just getting rid of the pump they feel right now.
Is there a way to discern between the good and bad pain?
See, the thing is, how do you define pain? Right? When you're in a gym and you say pain, we don't like to use the word pain because pain to us means real injury. A sharp pain, acute burning or sensation or a twist, you made a movement, it's like, uh-oh, and then you can't do the movement anymore. That to me is pain, right? But muscle soreness is just the result of the exercises that you did the 1 to 2 days later where the muscle feels like, oh my God, I really can't do the exercise right now that I did 2 days ago, but it's rebuilding itself. So you're still feeling it. So that's a good sign to say, okay, I'll wait another day and then maybe tomorrow I'll be able to train that muscle again.
If the pain causes you to have to give up some workouts throughout the week, does this set back your progress?
Even if you miss a workout or two, consistency is the key. And if you've been training for several months, several years, and you miss a week or two, look, I've even missed a month sometimes, vacation, holidays, whatnot. You don't lose it overnight. It took you a long time to put it on. You're not going to lose it overnight.
Is there anything you can do during your workout to make sure that you won't have excruciating pain afterwards?
First thing you should do before any training workout is a warm-up. And if you do a proper warm-up, specific to whatever you're going to do, while you're training, you can actually go longer and go stronger. If you don't have a proper warm-up, you won't achieve what you want to achieve in that workout. You might work through it and think, oh, I did have a good workout, but I can guarantee you, with a proper warm-up, you'll actually exceed what you expected to do in those workouts. A good warm-up should consist about sometimes anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes.
Is there anything you can do to help alleviate the pain once it does hit you?
Unfortunately, you got to go through that. But, again, once you do consistently do those kind of workouts, they're really intense workouts to change your body adapts to it. So the pain will be less and less with each workout, up until a point where your muscles will be laughing at you saying, bring it on, because, it's not hurting me anymore. And when you get to that point, you really need to change your program. But, there's also other ways to help relieve that pain. Thermal circuit, that's always nice. I like to do that, sauna, cold room, and relax for a bit. You also have massages. It does make a difference.
So if you're not crawling out of workout, you're probably not doing it right?
In a few words, yeah. Let's face it, okay? If you haven't worked out hard, you might as well be at the coffee shop, okay? If you're gonna come in, you wanna work hard, you want results, you're gonna have to walk away thinking, whoa, what did I just go through? And I survived it.
Well, thank you so much for these tips. We can't wait to see the progress.
You're welcome.